Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell. So every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Man, when it comes to this migration thing, I could do probably 10 videos a day and never run out of content. Man, I click on the story, then another story pop up, another story pop up. I know I've been off the map for a little bit, but man, I don't know if I can do all these today, but anyway, let's get started. This is out of the New York Post, and it says NYC students forced to go remote as city houses nearly 2,000 migrants at their school, and one mom goes off. Does it feel good? It says students at a Brooklyn high school were kicked out of the classroom to make room for nearly 2,000 migrants who were evacuated from a controversial tent shelter due to a monster storm closing in on the Big Apple. My problem with this in New York and Chicago, Eric Adams and Brandon Johnson, dude, y'all live in cold cities. Y'all run cities that's always having high winds, cold temperatures, but yet you have thousands of your own Black American citizens who are homeless. You have not even attempted to build them tent cities, shelters, anything to get them off the streets. You'll move them, you shuffle them over somewhere, but you ain't trying to eradicate the problem in a humanitarian way. But yet these people come over who you don't know. They're not citizens. You don't know if they're criminals. You don't know if they're hard workers. You don't know what they do. You don't know if they got diseases. You don't know what's going on. But you're trying to hurry and create shelters. You know why? Because the great state of Texas is governor, the great Greg Abbott, said we're tired of this dealing with these folks. Y'all talking about y'all gonna go on national TV and thumb y'all nose at us, saying that y'all are what you call sanctuary cities and y'all welcome anybody. Okay, well, if that's the case, here we go. That's the case here. I got something for you. Let me send them people up there. Because you trying to act like we the ones who's wrong. Okay, we're going to send you the people and we're going to see how long this works. And now y'all are complaining. But it's not going to be a problem until you have to deal with it. The city made the move amid concerns that a massive migrant tent at Floyd Bennett Field would collapse from torrential rains and gusting winds, packing them instead into the second floor gym at James Madison High School 5 miles away. The school's neighbors were not keen on the last-minute decision. This is effed up, said a local resident who identified himself only as Rob. It's a litmus test. They are using a storm, a legitimate situation where they are testing this out. I guarantee you they'll be here for the entire summer. There's 1,900 people getting thrown into my neighborhood, half a block from where I live, and we don't know who they are, he said. I'm guessing, because this woman who's fussing, she's a white woman. And them white folks don't play. They are not going to play. They work hard for where they live, their homes and their kids, and they're not going to put up with this. It's okay when they come to our neighborhoods, but now, anyway, they're not vetted. A lot of them have criminal records and backgrounds, and we don't even know. Yep, this white woman pissed off, yelling. One irate mom even went off on the migrants as they pulled up in the line of school buses in the pouring rain shortly before 6 p.m. Yeah, see, this is the difference between when we talk about racism, the difference between the way we handle things and the way they handle things. Now, this woman here, I'm sure she probably watched all the news stories, get all the information from reputable sources, and she goes off and is fussing at migrants. So this is what the story said. The video showed her fussing at the police, but she's fussing. They're saying she's fussing at migrants. When I can't knock the migrants from trying to get a hustle. I'm sorry. If you're gonna promise me thousands of dollars and I ain't got nothing, and I come up there get a few bands and going back home and live like a king, I ain't got no problem. Might just do it. So to fuss at the people who getting the hustle when they give it to you, can't really be mad at them first. You can say they lazy, sorry, and this, that, and the third, but hey, get to the source of the problem. She says, quote, "How do you feel? Does it feel good?" The woman, who only identified herself as Michelle, screamed at the buses. "How does it feel that you kicked all the kids out of school tomorrow? Does it feel good? I hope you feel good. I hope you will sleep very well tonight." And yeah, they said a local man, "How do you feel stealing American tax money?" Boy, yeah, this is an Anglo-American neighborhood. The school announced online earlier in the day that class will be held remotely on Wednesday due to the activation of the James Madison High School as a temporary overnight respite center for the migrants. Had they ever did this for their own homeless people, citizens? I don't think so. The decision to clear the migrants out of the field came as city officials feared for the safety of the tent city. There were heavy rains and wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour forecast related Tuesday into Wednesday. To be clear, this relocation is a proactive measure being taken out of an abundance of caution to ensure the safety and well-being of individuals working and living in the center. City Hall spokeswoman Kayla Mamalek said, "The families are already in the process of being temporarily relocated and will continue to be provided with essential services and support," she added. "The relocation will continue until any weather conditions that may arise have stabilized and the facility is once again fit for living." They're going to be there for a minute. By midday, officials were already prepping the high school for migrants' arrival from the airfield about 5 miles away, with 10 marked NYPD vehicles and a half dozen emergency management trucks parked outside. They told us we had to get everything out by 5 p.m. Gym teacher Robin Levi said outside the school. "They sent us emails at 6 in the morning. I don't know when we'll be able to go back." It's going to be a while, trust me. "What I want to know is why here," Levi said. "Why not send them somewhere where students wouldn't be disrupted, where students' learning wouldn't be disrupted? Where is it going to be at?" The migrant move began shortly before 5 p.m. as more than 24 school buses lined up at the field for the short drive to the school. It wasn't the first time extreme weather has been an issue at the 2,000-bed tent facility, which took a pounding last month when heavy rain and gusting 55 mile per hour winds shook metal bolts and hinges loose from the ceiling. The ferocious storm on December 18 dropped up to 4 inches of rain in the region and had migrants inside the tents fearing for their lives, they told the Post at the time. The wind was so strong it looked like the tents were going to give way and be blown apart, Venezuelan migrant Reby Rodriguez said. "Reby? When we told security we were afraid of an imminent collapse, they told us the door was open and we could leave when we want." That's what I'm talking about. Shoot, you are here for free. If you don't like it, you free to walk up out of here. And anytime you get ready, that's something your mama tell you when you're a kid and you want to act a fool and try to lash out, act like you grown. She can leave and get ready. You don't like my rules? You can always go. What you do? You buck your eyes, you turn around, you walk right back in there, and go lay down in that nice comfy bed you got. But where will we go to? Shit, that ain't my problem. That's not my problem. You complaining about here. This is what I control. If you don't like it here, the door is always open, you can always leave. But where will we go? That's a you problem. When you hear it, this is a me problem. When you walk out, that's a you problem. City Hall officials said they had an evacuation plan in place and ready to execute if needed, but said no flooding was reported at the former federal airfield during the December downpour. They also said they were unaware of bolts and hinges failing from the top of the tents. Probably somebody lied. The first migrants to move to the abandoned Brooklyn airfield in November after Governor Kathy Hochul negotiated with the White House for access to the site to erect the tent city, and still ain't got no money. Critics worry about the remote location, but officials were desperate to find spaces for thousands of migrants flooding into the Big Apple. I warned the administration that something like this would happen from day one, and they refused to listen. Councilwoman Joanne Ariola, really? Republican for Queens, told the Post Tuesday. Floyd Benefield is entirely unsuitable for a tent complex, and how we are wasting taxpayers' dollars to evacuate nearly 2,000 people when they should have been placed somewhere like the Park Slope Armory. This did not take a fortune teller to predict, she said. It was common sense. Nearly 70,000 migrants remain in city's care from among the 162,000 who have arrived in the 5 boroughs from the U.S. border since the spring of 2022. The city has also erected migrant tents at Randall's Island in Manhattan, former Creedmoor Psychiatric Center in Queens, but said Tuesday that those sites are less exposed and not considered vulnerable to extreme weather. Adams also said that while the tents and the other 2 sites are anchored to the ground, the ones at Floorfield are only held down by heavy stones. Well, it sounds like a personal problem. Well, like I said, if I was in New York, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I don't see Eric Adams and or Brandon Johnson winning re-election no time soon. Not at all. If Biden gets re-elected, which I doubt he will, they will probably get a seat in his cabinet somewhere for staying down. But this is only getting worse. Like I say, stand on the Democrats' head. No voting blue until black folks get tangibles. That's all I have to say. Tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below and then share with the world. With that being said, I leave you in peace. And I'll see you on the other side.